All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to a very special impromptu episode of Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Live here on YouTube, live on Coach Eli 2, authentic live streams, the most positive place on the internet. We keep it positive, but we also keep it very raw and real at the same time. I have a very special show to present here to you folks today, especially those that have been a part of my community for quite some time and have been following this crazy story happening around my neck of the woods for the last 6 years. And it's funny to me that there are people on the same side of things that are questioning my intentions. So I have no choice but to respond. I'm going to respond, and I'm going to answer all the questions that people are wondering about, particularly one YouTuber by the name of Tiff or Tiffany, who's still a moderator here, by the way. You're still a moderator here, Tiffany, after everything that you've said lately, which you're entitled to your opinion or opinions. We're gonna respond to you, and I'll explain more about that in just a few here. But before we get to all of that, first of all, let me make sure that everything is rolling smoothly. Let me check out the back end of YouTube. You're going to like this one, Raleigh. You really are. Because you got called out, too, for supporting me. You got called out as well for, buying a $99.99 membership. And people are thinking it's fake instigated drama, that we're doing the same thing that the Legion has been doing. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. I'm going to prove that here today with supporting documentation. And if after this, Tiff or anyone else that doesn't believe this, then do what you got to do. We're not going to beg you to support us. We're not going to beg you or force you to believe us. You got to make that choice on your own. I'm going to present my case here today, and you can all decide who you want to believe or don't want to believe or whatever you want to do. The back end of YouTube is rolling well. Let me also make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out, and it looks like it has. And let me also do a sound check. First of all, let me make sure that everything is rolling smoothly. Let me check out the back end of YouTube. You're going to like this one, Raleigh. You really are. You got called out, too, for supporting me. You got called out as well for, buying a $99.99 membership. All right. Let's get right to it. Already 33 people here because they heard Tiffany stream earlier. And they're wondering, what does Eli have up his sleeve? I have nothing up my sleeve. I'm just going to share the truth with supporting documentation. I'm going to show receipts. And you folks will understand. And hopefully you will understand as well, Tiff. Raleigh Buy Repair Guy says, I support Eli. Furthermore, he says, I've been a super fan for years. I watched you with nobody watching you. I just couldn't chat. No, I understand that, Raleigh. I understand that, Raleigh. And, people don't understand that, hey, sometimes it takes years for people to figure out who they truly want to support, who's really in it for the right reasons, and who's really creating the fake instigated drama. And the truth of the matter is, I'm not a fake person. Nothing about this is fake. I'm going to prove that here today. And if some people still don't believe it, then listen, if people want to cancel their memberships, if they want to stop supporting me, if they want to stop being moderators, whatever, I don't care. You have the choice to come and go as you wish. You're not being held hostage here. Okay? So let's get right to it. The topic of this show is Tiff. This is the final time I will explain this. I am not exploiting anyone. One more time. Tiff, this is the final time I will explain this. I am not exploiting anyone. Richard T says, what is going on with Tiff? Tiff thinks that she has some, breaking news, or she's feeling with her intuition that is way off this time. She's thinking that I'm in bed with Jamie and the Legion and going along with the fake instigated drama or using emotional manipulative tactics to convince my audience to buy memberships and support me. I've done none of that sort. If any one of you that has a membership or has donated feels that I've done that, you can cancel your membership and not come back. But I know the people that are supporting us here right now know what's really going on. But again, I want to make it very clear. I'm not here to hold anyone hostage. I have not forced anyone to donate. I have not tried to emotionally manipulate someone by trying to pretend to come up like I'm some fake victim. I'm not a fake victim. I have gone through this for the last 6 years, and I'm going to prove it to you folks here today with supporting documentation. And I've actually done a show like this before a long time ago, but lately I've also been responding to similar accusations that have been made by creators like Tiffany. Even ODN made the same accusation. But ODN also mentioned something regarding copyright law and taking someone to copyright court and what happened. And that has a lot to do with what I'm going to be talking about here today. You're going to understand why I've had to handle this the way I've had to handle it, Tiffany and ODN and everyone else. And it's all because of a flaw in copyright law. There is a big, major fucking flaw in U.S. copyright law that more so protects infringers than the person being infringed upon. Let me make that clear one more time. There's a big flaw, and Raleigh knows this too. There's a big flaw in U.S. copyright law that more so protects people infringing on your content than the infringer, than the person that's being infringed upon, which is me. Hey, Tia, how you doing? Hey, AZ Prod. 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out. We've already got 65 in the box. 5 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. First thing I want to respond to you, Tiffany, is that I did a late night stream last night and I was sleeping in. Don and I slept in. I'm sorry, Raleigh. Okay. All right. All right. Hang on a second here. All right. Give me a second here. All right. So, Raleigh, I am very, very sorry. Something just happened here, and I have taken care of it. Raleigh and Richard T. Wow, I cannot believe what these people. I cannot believe what these people will do to try to just get back at you. Give me a second here, folks. Unbelievable. Raleigh and Richard T, you got timed out for 86,000 seconds. And it shows by Tiff, but that was not the real Tiff. That is a sock account that I just removed as a moderator because they had hidden their channel. Tiffany did not time you out. It was a fake sock account, probably somebody that created that by the Legion. I'm very sorry about that. There's nothing I can do about that. Okay? Nothing I can do about that. What the Legion's going to try to do is paint it on you, Tiffany, and you did not time out Raleigh or Richard T. It was the fake Tiffany sock account that I thought was Tiffany. You cannot reverse timeouts. You cannot. You cannot reverse timeouts. But the people that were doing that have been removed as a moderator. I've also removed Tiffany as a moderator because I don't think it was her. It was the fake Tiff account that did it. Let me make sure my mod list is clear, okay? Let me make sure, because this is unbelievable what these people are going to do now. The Legion's going to try to blame Tiffany for timing Raleigh out, and Tiffany did not time Raleigh out. It was the fake Tiffany Tiff sock account that came in here to moderate. Their channel was hidden, and now their channel is hidden back again. They unhid their channel, and then they hid it again. So they are now gone. Let me make sure here that everything is good. And they're going to take screenshots and try to blame Tiffany for this, but Tiffany did not do this. Bayou and Richard, please come back on the sock account. So they're going to try to blame, the Legion's going to try to blame Tiffany for this because there was a fake Tiff account that was created. I have the link right here on my desktop, Legion. And they're gonna try to put screenshots out there saying that Tiffany timed out your biggest supporter and also timed out Richard T for 86,000 seconds. This was not Tiffany. This absolutely was not Tiffany, but Tiffany, I have removed your mod wrenches just to be safe. I'm going public right now before the Legion puts out screenshots and blames Tiffany for something she did not do. So Bayou Repair Guy, Raleigh. Unfortunately, that means you're not going to be able to chat on the members only live stream tonight. And I knew that account existed, but they had to unhide their channel for me to remove them. They have now been removed and they can no longer, moderate anyone here. So I want to make it very, very clear. 100. Yeah, it is insane. That's how far these people will go. And then what they're going to do is take screenshots. The person on the fake Tiff account that timed out Bayou Repair Guy and Richard T are going to take screenshots, and then it's going to be shared through community walls throughout the Legion network, and they're going to try to paint Tiffany as the one that tried to destroy my channel. This does not involve Tiffany. I'm exonerating Tiffany regardless of what she said. Okay? She did not time these people out. This was the fake Tiff account. So don't even think about it, Legion. Don't even try to put out community postings showing screenshots of Tiff timing out my biggest supporter for 86,000 seconds. This was the Legion that created a fake sock account. Well, I had moderated a fake Tiffany by mistake a while back. And what they did was Tiffany made me aware of that. I thought it was the actual Tiffany channel, but it wasn't. So I found out, I got the channel link of the fake Tiff account. But they had hidden their channel. They unhid their channel temporarily, and that way I was able to. LOL, that's an old game. It is. So my apologies. You'll be able to watch the members only stream tonight, Raleigh, but you won't be able to comment. I apologize for that. But again, let me make it very clear that if the Legion tries to post something anywhere through the network of Legion channels where they post on community walls, if they try to paint Tiffany as the one that timed out Raleigh or Richard T for 86,000 seconds. It was not Tiffany. I'm vindicating you, Tiffany, no matter what you said. I'll respond to what you said in a second, but I'm vindicating you because it was not you. It was the fake Tiff account. How pathetic. How pathetic. You guys, you see, they're still trying to play their games, right? But Eli's way too smart for this crap. Way too smart for this crap. 92 in the box, 7 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up and please share this out. My apologies to you, Raleigh. My sincerest apologies to you, Richard T. Please come in on sock accounts. Bayou and Richard, you've been timed out for 24 hours by a rogue fake mod account. Yeah, and I knew about it, but they hid their channel, so I couldn't remove them. But they unhid their channel to moderate these guys. Richard T. Instead of Richard T, Dick T. That's right. The nickname for Richard is Dick. I can only afford to buy it. No. Raleigh, you do not need to buy a membership. Just, Raleigh, watch the show tonight on your account, and you can comment in the comment section. I'm vindicating Tiffany that she was not the one that timed out Raleigh or Richard T for 86,000 seconds. It was a fake rogue mod. I already knew. Once this happened, I knew what was happening, but Tiffany told me about this a while, and I had the link to the fake Tiff account, but they had hidden their channel. So I had to wait for them to unhide their channel to be able to remove them as a moderator. And then they quickly hid their channel again, but I was able to go on the back end of YouTube Studio and remove the moderator account of the fake Tiff account. I'm sitting here in disbelief. I know that's what they do. This is all Legion, 100% Legion, 100% Legion doing this, no doubt about it. But it doesn't matter. Okay, I know exactly what's going on. I'm too smart for this crap. And it's all done with because the fake Tiff account has been removed. So nice try, Legion. You see the underhanded stuff right here, right? The underhanded stuff, right? Now, the real Tiffany, I had to remove her wrenches on both her channels as well, too. Just to make sure, but I can tell you that was not the real. There were two Tiff still in my YouTube studio, and I had to remove both of them because you can't tell the difference which one was the rogue mod or not. Jigwork says Tiffany has been officially vindicated. She's been vindicated from moderating Raleigh and Richard for timing them out for 86,000 seconds. Nice try, James. Nice try. Nice try, dude. It's either James or somebody in his network. Nice try. Go ahead and put out the screenshots and try to blame Tiffany for timing out my biggest supporter and timing out Richard T. When you know, and I know, and we all know, it was a cloned account that was hidden to protect its moderation status, but you unhid your channel long enough for me to remove your moderation access. And now you can't time anyone else out because there are other people in here you can't time out. Okay? Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, Raleigh, do not spend any more money, please. Please, do not buy another membership on this channel. It's unnecessary. Please, do not do that, okay? I'm on top of this. I'm on top of this. I know all the underhanded stuff. And it really saddens me that these people need to stoop down to this level to try to pull a fast one on me. They wanted to destroy your relationship with Bayou. Of course they did. They wanted to get rid of one of my best supporters. Now, people have been saying, Raleigh and you have had a back and forth relationship. We have, but the bottom line is that, Raleigh has been trying to support me for the longest time. And you know what? I decided to give him a chance because he's made a lot of sense on a lot of things. And I'm just letting things play out and see how it goes. And he's been very supportive. Beyond the money, I wouldn't have cared if he didn't buy a membership. That doesn't matter to me. I brought him back before he even started to donate. Jigwork, these people are nuts. AZ Prod, TS says AZ Prod, I believe so. But the real Tiffany thinks that I'm exploiting people and thinks that I'm in bed with the Legion and creating fake instigated drama on my end and exploiting the emotions of my own audience. This is so surreal. Like, I'm just laughing at this because, look, I've been doing this for 6 years and I know how every one of these people play their games, right? And I'm not saying you're playing games, Tiff, but I also know that you call people out without having all the information. You don't have all the information, Tiff. You don't. And I'm going to show you supporting documentation today that's going to prove to you and everyone else why I haven't taken further action against James regarding copyright. Okay? You see it says copyright law on the top left of the screen there? We got 99 in the box. I haven't had 100 in the box in ages. One more, we got 100 in the box. 99 in the box, making it rain. There's actually a Highway 99 in California. Now 94. It's going to fluctuate. Oh, well. Well, that took a lot out of me. So, I'm gonna do this actually. I want to put the link in the chat to the fake Tiff account. I'm going to put the link in the chat to the fake Tiff account. So that way you folks have that link, and you can see now that channel, you can see that channel is now back to being hidden. It's back to being hidden. They temporarily unhid it. Hey, Larry, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Great to see you here. Keep an eye on that channel because sometimes they'll hide it, sometimes they'll unhide it. They planned that for this show today. They planned that because they want to paint Tiffany as a rogue mod, as a bad person, and this was not Tiffany. This was the fake Tiff account. Right is right and wrong is wrong, Tiff. Even though I feel you were completely wrong about the show you did on me, I'm not going to blame you for something you didn't do, Tiff. You did not time out Raleigh or Richard T for 86,000 seconds, which is 24 hours. It was the fake clone account run by the Legion. There you go. And anyone that puts out screenshots trying to paint her as this rogue mod is full of crap. If they do it, I will do another stream after Don's, after the members only live stream with Don and that. I will do a stream and I will call that out. And I will keep calling it out. Yeah, this is what they do to stir up the pot. It doesn't work. As a matter of fact, what you folks are doing by doing that, listen, Raleigh, you don't have to donate another penny to this channel. You do not have to donate another penny to this channel, Raleigh. I'm telling you that seriously. But when people do dumb shit like this, it more so pushes people to donate to piss you off more. I'm not telling you to do that, Raleigh. Please do not do that. What I'm saying is, if these people are trying to destroy my audience, they're only making matters worse for them, because when you try to do this, the people that are here truly supporting are going to get more pissed off and they're going to donate more. Again, I'm not saying to do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that, because number one, you've done more than enough. Number two, I don't want people thinking that I'm trying to play on your emotions to try to suck out more money from you. This is what these people do. They just can't accept the fact that people want to support me and Don and I. But here's the thing. I'm amped up over this a little bit, and I need to cool down to do the rest of the show, which is only going to take another maybe 30 to 45 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to take a quick break. And then come back and finish things up. And I'm going to explain to you with supporting documentation, Tiffany, why I haven't done what you would expect me to do or have done years ago. There's a reason for that, Tiffany. You're going to see that reason. If you don't understand it after this, I don't know what to tell you. Don't these people have anything better to do? No, they don't. They're miserable fucking people, jig work. They're miserable people. AZ Prod with the $4.99 super chat or super sticker. Big, huge round of applause. AZ Prod, brother, listen, dude. You've been very supportive, dude. You've donated quite a bit, dude. I'm definitely going to come out there with Don probably by next summer, and we're going to take care of you, bro. We're going to use that money you're giving us to take you out, and then some. I know you're working hard to pay your bills, man, and I know sometimes things can be tight, dude, and God bless you, dude. God bless you, dude. Like, you didn't have to do that, man. I appreciate you people seeing the truth of the matter. Like, I'm not a fake person. There's nothing fake about this. I'm being called out on being fake. The problem is 95% of people on the internet are fake. So when someone real comes around, or when people like Don and I that are real come around, our genuine nature is questioned because everybody thinks everyone's fucking fake on the internet. I can't blame people for that. But we're not fake people. We're not fake. And I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of the crap. I'm tired of people that have to pretend to be fake, or they are fake, creating fake content, trying to discredit the fact that Don and I are real out here. And finally, we've got an audience of people that truly believe in us because we are real. AZ Prod, thank you, says Tia. Thank you, Tia. And Patty, if you watch this replay or you show up, you're going to want to watch this whole thing because it's just going to more so show the truth of the matter. Thank you, AZ Prod. I'm serious, dude. I'm serious, dude. I like you, AZ Prod. You're like a cool best friend. Like, you remind me of my best friend, Brett, when we used to be friends back in the high school days. I was friends with him for 18 years until he fucked me over. But that's okay. Jigwork, a lot of nice people here to support you. Like, thank you, Jigwork. I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. We're going to take care of you, AZ Proud. We're going to take care of the people. I've always taken care of people in general, but people that take care of myself and my family and Don and I, we're going to focus more energy on taking care of you because you're investing your hard-earned money to support us. And we truly appreciate that. We really, truly appreciate that. Why is it so hard to believe that there are people donating for real here? Like I'm being questioned now by Tiffany and some others that this is fake support, or I'm emotionally manipulating my audience to donate by pretending to play this fake victim and pretending to be this fake life coach. And then she's saying I'm in bed with James because I haven't taken action years ago. Toe Jam says, Coach, if you don't like all this drama, why give it your time? Just asking respectfully, sir. I have to defend myself on this, Toe Jam, because these people have a big enough network to where it makes a big stink. And even people here want to know what's going on. I have to talk about this today because what Tiffany put out there is believable. And she's good at presenting her material. And I believe she, within herself, feels that what she's saying is the truth. So I want to do this not just for my audience here, but I want to do this for her or others that may think that I'm being phony, which I'm not. Tia says, jig work. Yeah, nice group of people here. Thank you, Tia. But I'm going to take a quick break. And when I return, I'm going to explain exactly why I've handled it the way I've handled it. And why I'm not explaining people. Once again, Tiff, I'm going to do it for you and anyone else that wants to continue to question it. So stick around. We'll be right back. we are back live. We are back live. We are just going to scratch it and get right back down to business. All right, welcome back to the show, everyone. You're just timed out for 5 seconds, and any other timeout from Nightbot's only 15 seconds. If you use too many emojis, if you use the block word, you get timed out. I'm sorry about that, Larry. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta try to refine Nightbot. I do apologize for that, Larry. I really do. Yeah, I don't need people coming in here saying, when is the coaching going to begin? It'll begin when all your bullshit stops. That's when it'll begin. And quite frankly, me calling out your bullshit is a great coaching lesson within itself. It's a great coaching lesson. Okay? So stop sending your soccer accounts in here. Stop coming in here trying to destroy what Donna and I have been successfully building lately, all right? Just stop it. Stop it. Donna, you missed a lot. You're going to want to go back and check out the replay, but there's more coming right now. Jigwork says, please, everyone, smash that thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you so much. Nightbot says, please stop trying to post links. Links are only shared by moderators and the channel owners. Yeah, just ignore that, Larry. Sorry about that, all right? Sorry about that. Yeah, he said, I'll read what you said, Larry, because I can read the deleted messages. And believe me, for people who wouldn't be seen in the Legion and associated channels in its script, there's very few channels left to chat in. Yeah. Yeah, AZ Prod and Mods, can you ban those people that are triggered and coming in here from the Legion side, or my haters trying to say, when is the coaching going to begin? It's starting. It's already been going on. All right. Let me make sure the sound is still good. Give me a second here. Nightbot says, please stop trying to post links. Jigwork says, I agree. There are lessons to be learned here by Eli calling out the BS. Thank you, Jigwork. I really appreciate that. AZ Prod successfully triggered the trolls. Yeah, absolutely, because they got caught on their game. And I know the game. I could be the best freaking troll on YouTube. I could be the best troll YouTube's ever seen if I wanted to, but that's not the way I choose to live my life. I prefer and want to help people better their lives. Thank you, Larry, for understanding. There's a 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes on. My apologies once again. Seriously, Larry, my apologies. So let's go ahead and get right to this here, okay? So Tiffany did a stream a few hours ago, and sounded like you were really triggered, Tiff, and sounded like, you think I'm playing a game. I'm emotionally manipulating people. I don't want this BS from the Legion to stop. I will stop when they stop. When they stop playing their underhanded stuff, just like they came in here on the fake Tiff account, which was hidden, and I couldn't remove it while it was hidden. It wouldn't show up. I had to wait for them to come in here, mod someone, quickly go to my back end, and remove them, which I now have. So I got to call that out. At the same time, Tiffany, there are people I care about, like RJ and others, that have been manipulated by the Legion to go against me or to try to use him to validate all the fake BS that's been going on. So there's a lot of residual that I'm trying to fix. I'm trying to take back what's always been mine, Tiff, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm not here to create fake instigated drama. I never have been. All I have been doing is calling it out, tackling it head on. And there's a reason why I have to tackle it head on and not handle it the way that you think I should have handled it years ago, which I tried to handle it that way. And I'm going to share that here in a second. And when you see this, Jigwork says, Eli's a troll destroyer. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I could be a troll myself. I just choose not to be. I don't want to be a troll, but I'd be the best fucking troll they've ever seen. Ever. But I don't want to do that. That's not the way I want to live my life. That's not what I want to be remembered for. None of this is fake on my end, Tiff, at all. None of this is fake. At all. I'll say it again. just so it satisfies you, Tiff, if any one of the people here that's supporting Don and I monetarily via PayPal donations, Cash Apps, via Super Chat, Super Sticker, Super Thanks on the live stream replays and pre-recorded videos, or memberships. If you want to stop donating, if you never want to donate again, if you want to cancel your memberships, please be my guest and stick around and don't pay us a dime. Seriously, don't pay us a dime. I'll come out and say that because I'm not here to manipulate people, and neither is Don. We're not here to manipulate people to take their money. We're here to help people, and if people want to tip us, that's on them. But again, I'll put it out there. If anybody here, even people that truly care about Don and I, if you want to stop donating and cancel your memberships and stick around for free, no problem. We'll treat you just the same. Jigberg says, trolling is a gigantic waste of time for people who have nothing better to do with their lives. Right, they're miserable fucking clowns, Jigberg. That's what they are. They're miserable clowns. They can't stand the fact that they're getting out YouTubed by me. I'm out YouTubing all of you, and I'm going to continue to out YouTube all of you. And so will Don. Don and I will out YouTube all of you because we're the rawest and realest on YouTube. Now, let me explain to you, Tiffany. You question why I haven't, taken action to protect my content with Jamie and other people, right? Why do I selectively choose who I take down for copyright or not? Because I've tried to do that in the past with Jamie and other people that are in his network creating content on me. And due to a flaw in U.S. copyright law, they win every time. Let me explain to you, Tiff. Let's go ahead and show you supporting documentation. Let's go ahead and switch on over to the browser screen here, Tiffany. This is from the, YouTube help pages on Google, because Google owns YouTube. We all know that, right? I'll ban the trolls myself. I can multitask. I'm even beating my own mods to moderating all the BS that these people are coming in. When's the coaching going to begin? The coaching's here. I'm coaching your ass right now. I'm effectively calling out your BS and devaluing it. And the more BS you create, the more growth you're going to give us here. So here's what happens, Tiffany. When you file a copyright takedown notice on someone, they have the option of filing what's called a counter notification. Now, let me read this here on the YouTube Google help pages. Submit a copyright counter notification. If your content was removed due to a copyright removal request, so let's say I file a copyright takedown on one of these people, right? And you believe it's because of a mistake or misidentification, you can submit a counter notification. This is a legal request for YouTube to reinstate content that was removed due to a copyright removal request. Keep in mind, only submit a counter notification if your content was removed due to a mistake or misidentification. This includes exceptions to copyright, such as cases of fair use or fair dealing. In the U.S., it's called fair use. In other countries, it's called fair dealing. Like in the U.K., for example, it's called fair dealing. It's the same thing as fair use, right? And that's what these people do. When I filed copyright on them in the past, they file a counter notification. Even on full-length rebroadcasts, they've been able to file a counter notification, and YouTube will process it every time, Tiffany. So pay attention here. I feel like doing the Eminem. Pay attention, meathead. You're saying the same shit that he said. Right? Right? Give me a second here. me see here. All right, I had to just make sure the chat's cool. I'm sorry. I had to read that just to get a good laugh at it here, okay? Matter of fact, dog, here's a pencil. Go home, write some shit, make it suspenseful, and don't come back until something dope hits you. Fuck it. You can take the mic home with you, looking like a cyclone hits you, right? The point of the matter is, you're all saying the same shit over and over and over again. So let's get back to this here, the counter notification, okay? So I only file copyright takedown notices on people that I feel are not going to file a counter notification, because you have to submit your personal information in order to file a counter notification. When you file a copyright takedown, you're starting a legal process. When somebody that gets taken down by you for copyright and they submit a counter notification, they are also now starting a legal process on their end. They're saying that you took legal action on them and you're wrong, because they're going to claim it's fair use. Whether it's fair use or not, they're going to win the counter notification every time. Okay? Because here's what happens, okay? Here's what happens, Tiffany, okay? I file a counter notification. I file a copyright takedown. They file a counter notification, and then YouTube forwards me their counter notification, right? Now let's scroll down here, okay? Let's scroll down to this section here. What happens after you submit a counter notification, okay? After a counter notification is submitted, it is forwarded to the claimant, which would be me in this case, if it meets all the requirements, including a clear explanation of why you believe the content was misidentified or removed in error. Counter notifications that don't meet all the requirements may be rejected, right? So they claim it's fair use, and then YouTube they say fair use under Section 107 of U.S. copyright law for rebroadcasting an entire stream. But YouTube is not a mediator. They're not a judge. They're just going to forward the counter notification to protect themselves, right? So what happens once I would get the counter notification? Right here, you see this part right here? The claimant has 10 U.S. business days as required by copyright law to respond to the counter notification. They must respond with evidence of legal action taken to keep your content from being reinstated on YouTube. So basically what's that saying, Tiffany, is once they forward the counter notification, I have to file a lawsuit on them, or within 10 business days, or after 10 business days, typically 14 total days, YouTube will reinstate their content, and it's like nothing happened, and then they're going to laugh about, oh, Eli tried to take me down for copyright, but it was fair use, and YouTube agreed with me. That's what they're going to do, Tiffany. So before you go around and calling me a liar and a phony and a fraud and a fake life coach and all of that, you really need to do more research and get your facts straight. I'm not mad, Tiffany. I'm just calling you out. Now, I will remoderate you at some point, Tiffany. I had to remove your moderation to protect the channel from the fake Tiff channel. But you may not want to come back after this, and that's on you. It's your choice. I don't have any problems with you. I'm just responding to you. But you should already know this, Tiffany. You should already know this, right? 100 in the box right now, says AZ Prod. I like when you sing, says Jig Work. AZ Prod, please like the stream. Now, there's more, Tiff. There's more. So, let's say I filed a copyright on somebody, and then they filed a counter notification. Now I have 10 business days to file a lawsuit. Until a few years ago, the only thing you could do is file a lawsuit in a federal copyright court, which costs a lot of money to file it. Costs a lot of money. You need to get an attorney. That costs a lot of money, and it's simply not worth it, right? So what did, the U.S., Copyright Department decide to do? They decided to create a small claims copyright court, but that's fucking flawed too. They created a small claims copyright court, which to me serves no purpose because people can opt out of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the next screen. You can verify all this by doing a Google search, Tiff, but most people know this, right? Okay, you can verify this, but most people know this. That's the real Tiffany. I unbanned her, Tia. That's the real Tiffany. Tiffany, listen to the story here. Leave Tiffany unbanned. Please leave Tiffany unbanned. Tiff, I had to remove your mod wrench to protect the channel, and I know it wasn't you that timed them out. You didn't hear that part. You're here late. Go watch the replay. Listen to what I'm saying very carefully. You're saying that I was sued by someone for copyright. It cost $40. Well, let me explain to you how it works, Tiffany. Let Tiffany talk, okay? Please let Tiffany talk, okay? So, right here, let's talk about copyright small claims and the Copyright Claims Board. In December 2020, Congress passed the CASE Act, which stands for Copyright Alternative and Small Claims Enforcement Act. And hang on a second. Which directed the Copyright Office to establish the Copyright Claims Board, CCB. The CCB is a 3-member tribunal within the office that provides an efficient and user-friendly option to resolve certain copyright disputes that involve up to $30,000 called small claims. Okay? So that's what the CASE Act was made for these situations, right? But now let's go to the next screen here. If you receive a Copyright Claims Board notice, okay? The Copyright Claims Board is a new tribunal, blah, blah, blah. I already read all that, okay? If you receive a valid CCB notice, that generally means that someone is asserting you have infringed their copyright and has filed a claim at the CCB seeking redress. You have the right, listen to this, Tiffany, right here. Look at this. You have the right to opt out of having that claim heard by the CCB. But if you wish to do so, you must opt out on a timely basis. You see that, Tiffany? Now, hold on a second. I need to move the screen here because you folks cannot see that. Okay? Let's move this right here. Okay? So you see that right there? Tiffany, when it comes to copyright, you have to sue in a copyright court of law. You don't know how copyright works. Okay? I'm showing you how it works, and I'm telling you what happened. I'm responding to you. So please, let me run my show, or I will have to time you out. Okay? Just relax. Let me run my show here. You have the right to opt out of having that claim heard by the CCB. But if you wish to do so, you must opt out on a timely basis. ODN went public. I didn't even know about this until ODN went public last week or so and said that he tried to sue Jamie in small claims copyright court, and Jamie opted out of it. I'll tell you why he opted out of it. We're going to get to that, okay? Let's go to the next page here, okay? Where is this? Give me a second here. Where was that section? There's a part I wanted to show here. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. How the CCB works. To assess the work of the CCB, it is first important to understand how the new court works. Okay? For claimants to successfully pursue a claim, they must first pass 3 hurdles. Their claim must be compliant, which means it must include some key information, blah, blah, blah. Their claim must also be properly served or delivered to the respondent. The claimant must wait 60 days to see if the respondent decides to opt out of the proceedings, in which case the claimant can refile in the more expensive but more robust federal district court, Tiffany. So what Jamie did with ODN, he opted out because he knows ODN, myself, and many others don't have the money to pay for an attorney or the court fees to take them to copyright court, in a federal copyright court. That's what it all boils down to, Tiffany. It's a flaw in copyright law. Now, I don't know how you handle it differently, but the bottom line is, if I were to sue someone in small claims copyright court, they have 60 days to opt out. Then I'd have to sue them in federal copyright court. There's no point to this small claims copyright board, because people can opt out, and they're going to opt out every time. And that's what makes the system vulnerable, and that's what people exploit. It's not just Jamie, it's many others. People are exploiting the flaw in copyright law. That's all this boils down to, Tiffany. It wouldn't matter if ODN filed the wrong paperwork, Tiff. The bottom line is people can opt out of small claims copyright court, and then they have to file a very expensive lawsuit in a federal copyright court, Tiff. What part of that don't you understand? Yeah, Tiff is spamming right now. She is. But that's okay. Let her spam. I don't care. Jigbrick, this is very informative content. Copyright coaching. This is part of my business coaching content. And this is shedding light on the truth. And this video will get over 1,000 views, no doubt about it. And I deserve the views because I work hard to do what I do here, personally and professionally. Tiffany, I just showed you documentation of how the system works. Tiffany, I'm not going to argue you on what's stated on the websites that run the copyright, the small claims copyright board. Copyright strike can still result in channel termination. If they file a counter notification and you don't provide information that, you're in a lawsuit with them, then they won't stick. If you try to sue them in small claims court and they opt out, YouTube will still reinstate the video. There's no point to filing a copyright takedown on people that are going to file a counter notification, because they're going to opt out of small claims court every time, and they know you can't afford to take them to federal court. That's what this all boils down to. And that's, to answer your question, Tiffany, that's why I've had to handle it the way I've handled it. I've tackled it head on because I've had no other option. The copyright system is flawed. Now, in your case, Tiff, maybe you guys settled it out of court. Maybe you decided to go through with the proceeding. Maybe Crafton and Kim decided to go through the small claims proceeding. But if you sue someone in small claims copyright court based on the Case Act, they can opt out within 60 days. And then that closes the case, and you can never refile it in small claims again. You then are forced to go to a federal copyright court, which is extremely expensive. You have to hire an attorney. You have to file all the expensive fees, and it's not worth it. As a small creator, we're very vulnerable to our content being exploited in this way because of a flaw in copyright law. If they were to remove the option for people to opt out, then it would be beneficial. Until they remove the option to opt out of small claims copyright court, there's no other way to handle it if people want to exploit the system like they have been towards me. That's the bottom line. There's your answer, okay? And there's a lot of supporting documentation on YouTube, Google, etc. I'm not trying to compete with you, Tiff. I don't hate you, Tiff. I like who you are. But I'm going to stand up for what I know is right with supporting documentation. I'm not trying to one-up you. I'm not trying to take anything from you. I'm not trying to exploit you or your man or my woman or her family. All I do is stand up for what I believe in. And when people are blaming me for other people's mistakes, I'm going to call them out every time. And if you want to call that exploitation, then that's on you. I am not going to pay the price for anyone else's mistakes ever again. If people are trying to pin me as something that I haven't done, I'm going to call them out every time, family or friends or not. I am not going to be painted as something I haven't done. Toe Jam? No. I have my girlfriend, Dawn. No. Toe Jam, I expect you to take that back. There's nothing going on with Tiffany and I. I love my girlfriend, Dawn. I would never trade in Dawn for the world. That was pretty rude, Toe Jam. That was really rude, bro. Why would you say that? Then why would you bring it up, Toe Jam? Why would you bring that up? My relationship with Tiffany is strictly professional. There's nothing going on there. I would never do that to Dawn. I love Dawn. Dawn is the funniest, smartest, most amazing woman I've met. And she's a fighter, and she's strong, and I love her, and I'll stand tall on that. Absolutely not being... Okay, thank you for that. I appreciate that. You're being sarcastic. Tiffany has called out a lot of people on the internet, and she's strong. And you're good, Tiff. You're good. You are good at what you do, Tiffany. I'll give you credit. You're very, very good at standing up for what you believe in and calling people out. But you've more than met your match. And I'm not saying that to try to one-up you. You're good at what you do. But I'm going to stand up for what I believe in regardless of who comes at me, right? Jigwork, this is good stuff. Why is it good stuff? I mean, it's... You can opt out. Tiff, Tiff is sending me information about the Copyright Claims Board. Look at your first screenshot, Tiff. Opt-outs. You see, Tiffany, where you made a mistake is that you had the option to opt out of small claims copyright court within 60 days. You didn't do it. I'm not trying to make Jamie mad at all. I'm calling you out. I'm responding to you. Forget about Jamie. This has nothing to do with Jamie right now. This has to do with what you called me out on. I don't know. I don't think Toe Jam's just having fun. I don't think he's trolling. You sound like hubby and wife. Well, she's not my wife. my future wife is going to be Dawn. Let people talk. The more they talk, the more exposure Dawn and I get. People, let them talk. Let them have a little fun. I don't care. Okay? You had the option to opt out of that case, Tiff, and you didn't file the paperwork within 60 days. You could have opted out and forced Crafton and Kim to take you to a federal copyright court, which they wouldn't have done that because it's too expensive. No one can afford it as a small YouTuber. So don't sit here and send me screenshots on something I already know how it works. You don't think I would have gone down this route myself? You're trying to save face for your stream, and I'm not even trying to come at you. I'm just defending myself, and I'm stating why I've handled things the way I've handled them and why I've been forced to tackle it head on. This is the only way it was going to turn around. Jigward, Eli, this is good stuff because it is important legal information, and I'm learning something new about how this works. Thank you. You're welcome. I've done this before, but I had to do it again. And Tiffany, thank you for calling me out because now I get to further educate my audience on how copyright works. And also, they now understand clearly in one stream, one video, why I've been tackling this thing head on, because the copyright system is flawed. I can't even protect my own content due to a flaw in copyright law. Seems like a bad choice to opt out. Let me ask you, Tiffany, why? Okay, I want to hear your thought on this. Why do you think it's a bad choice to opt out of small claims copyright court? Do you understand that everyone in this group that we're a part of, we're not millionaires. We're not rich. We cannot afford to pay for attorneys and the fees to go to a federal copyright court. When you opt out of small claims copyright court, you are forcing the person to sue you in a federal court, which they can't afford to do so. Do you think Crafton and Kim could have afforded to take you to federal copyright court? Unbelievable, Tiff. You just don't get it. I can't afford the attorney fees, Tiffany, and the court fees. I don't have the money or time to do it. I've got a woman at home that needs my care. So I can't afford it, Tiffany. I don't have the fucking money. You folks think that, I'm made of millions. I'm not. And my family, the money that we do have goes into repairing the homes. We're not super rich people, Tiff. What part of that don't you understand? I can't afford to sue someone in a federal copyright court. I can't afford the attorney's fees. I can't afford to pay the court fees. And it's going to cost more in court and attorney fees than what I would get back. Do you understand that? I can't afford it, and neither can anyone in this group. That's why there's a flaw. That's why people opt out of it. That's why Jamie opted out of it when ODN sued him in small claims copyright court, because Jamie knows ODN can't afford to sue him federally. The same thing with me. Do you not understand that? I don't know what I have to say to get you to understand that. I don't have the money to sue them. Most people don't. It's very time consuming and you could still lose. It doesn't matter what I can prove, Tiffany. What matters is, can I afford an attorney and can I afford the court fees? The answer is no. I don't have the money. I don't have the money. There's your answer. I don't have the money. Crafton is way more broke. I'm not broke, Tiff. I just don't have the money for copyright court, federal copyright court. And neither does Crafton. And all you had to do was opt out, Tiff. If you opted out of small claims copyright court like Jamie did with ODN, it would have been case closed. Even if ODN filed the wrong paperwork, Tiffany, Jamie would have opted out. Do you understand, Tiffany? Even if whether ODN filed the wrong paperwork or not is irrelevant. Even if he filed the right paperwork, Jamie would have opted out because he knows ODN cannot afford to take him to federal copyright court with the attorney's fees and court fees. What part of that don't you understand, Tiffany? This is what this all boils down to. I'm not mad at you. I'm responding to you. And this is only helping me grow and gain more traction and more people supporting me. I'm not going to do what you guys do. I'm not going to crowdfund for attorney's fees. I'm not going to beg my audience. I'm not going to e-beg. It's not my audience's responsibility to pay for me to sue people. I'm not going to do that garbage. That's not what Don and I do. Period. End of story. I stated what I had to state here today. I vindicated you from the fake Tiff account, timing out Raleigh. You did not do that. That was the fake account. So anyone that puts out fake stuff, I'll call them out later again tonight if I have to. Richard says, crowdfund legal fees. Crafton did. He crowdfunded. He raised hundreds. Tiffany, he raised hundreds to go to small claims court, which you could have opted out of, but you didn't. A few $100, even a few $1,000 is not enough for federal copyright court. You're going to need tens of thousands of dollars to just start off to go to federal copyright court. Oh, it would cost tens of thousands, Richard. It would cost tens of thousands. Okay. I forgot to move my screen across when I went to the next screen there. Hold on. Give me a second here. Let me go to full screen here, okay? You want to know something? You want to know what would make me a sellout, Tiffany? What would make me a sellout, and what would make me exactly what you're stating in your stream earlier? What would make me a bad person that would prey on the emotions and vulnerabilities of my audience is if I crowdfunded for this. That's why I don't do it, and I will never do that to my audience. Why are you so mad if I was wrong? Because you came at me, Tiff. You came at me legitimately, so now I'm defending myself. That's all I'm doing. That's all. You're good, Tiff, but I'm good too. And if anyone wants to call me out on bullshit, I'll call you out every time with supporting evidence like I did here today. I got to go. Tonight, there's a live stream with Don and I. I apologize to you, Raleigh, that you got timed out by the fake cloned Tiff account that I finally was able to remove as a moderator because they temporarily unhid their channel for me to do so. So, Raleigh, you do not need to buy another channel membership on your other channels. You can watch the stream and comment on the replay. Richard, you'll be back tomorrow. I'm so sorry that you were timed out by the fake clone Tiff account. Tiffany is not responsible. Once again, I took screenshots myself. I'm sure the Legion has the screenshots as well. So if anything goes out trying to paint Tiffany as the one that timed out my biggest supporter, then I will go live again later tonight and debunk that. I hope I don't have to. I've already debunked it enough and everyone knows the truth. So if they want to put out screenshots trying to accuse Tiffany of timing out my biggest supporter and Richard as well, I'll go live again and just call out the BS, and I'll have another 100 people here, and we're going to keep calling this out as long as we have to. And then doing a life coaching lesson at the same time of how not to be. I asked you to stop talking about me, and you didn't. You're not a man of your word. I have stopped talking about you, but you're talking about me. You're calling me out. You're saying that I'm in bed with the Legion, which I'm not. I've never taken a dime from the Legion. You questioned the fact on why I haven't taken down Jamie for copyright, and I explained that here today very clearly with supporting documentation. Okay? I've shared why I've had to tackle it head on, and it's working for me. I've also shared why I'm not exploiting people, because I'm not going to take the fall for other people's mistakes. That includes Don's family. That includes other people on YouTube, etc. I'm not. I'm going to stand up for myself every fucking time. And whoever doesn't like it can leave. Even if you're a paid member, if you don't like it, then you can just unsubscribe, cancel your memberships, and leave. Don and I are going live tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Members only, right here on Coach Eli 2. We're going to be discussing overcoming depression and how it affects you. It's going to be a non-drama stream. We're going to have a great conversation, and we're going to share some great stuff. We hope to see as many of you there. You will need a $4.99 channel membership to watch it live. That only works on the live streams while they're live. If you want access to the live stream replay once it goes to a replay, or you want access to all the other live stream replays or any future members only live stream replays, you're going to have to purchase the $9.99 package and you'll get everything. The $4.99 package will only get you access while we're live. Once the stream ends, it'll get changed to $9.99 for the members only live stream replay package. $9.99 or greater. I didn't say you took money I know you didn't, but you accused me of preying on the vulnerabilities of my my members or of my audience in the same ways that Jamie does, and I'm not doing that. I had to respond to you. Good coaching lesson today, Coach. Thanks. You're welcome, Toe Jam. Well, your name's in the title because I'm responding to a video you did on me. Your name's in the title because you were talking about me on your latest live stream. Of course your name's going to be in the title. If you don't want me to put your name in the title or talk about you, then don't talk about me. You talk about me, I'm going to talk about you. That's the way it works. It's clear, Eli, whatever you're doing is working. Thank you, Raleigh. I appreciate that. I said you're capitalizing from continuing this on. Yes, I am. You know why? You know why? Because this is what it took to turn it around. Because I cannot use the copyright system since it's flawed. So the only way I could have ever turned this around is by doing exactly what I did and keep doing. And if it's something that you don't like, Tiff, you can choose to not be here. You can choose to do something else. You can be a part of this if you want, Tiff. But you can also choose to not be a part of it. I got to go. See you folks later tonight. There will be no walking stream later tonight. With that being said, have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.